This series suggests, by the way, let's get right into it, that he did not trust Carolyn when they met after a friend stuffed an anonymous letter into his gym bag that sort of trashed her as this fame seeker and everything that he sort of feared. From what I understand is that was true, that somebody put an anonymous letter in his bag, and he had so much love and all these feelings that he was for her, and then all of a sudden somebody took it down a notch. Do you remember that time? Do you remember him distraught over that?
I don't. I don't remember the specifics of the letter or anything like that. And I think it might have been a little bit before my time, but I think that whatever that friend was quickly proved wrong, I think, because Carolyn was loyal and she did love John very much and he loved her very much. And I think that they had not only a romantic relationship, but they had a friendship. And I think that he felt that she was his equal in a lot of ways. And I think that's what attracted him to Carolyn.
I think that's the only thing that could have worked for him, a man who had a brief relationship with Madonna, and he obviously the famous relationship with Daryl Hannah. And, you know, he's a man who's, it seems to me, tell me if I'm wrong, Liz, that he fell in love many times in his life. And maybe he was just that, you know, the newness of it all. He was, you know, deeply in love with Jenny Christian his senior year at Phillips Academy Andover boarding school. And then, can't remember her name, but at Brown University, I mean, he would fall. But then something would go wrong. What was it about Carolyn Bessette that went right?
The relationships, they don't all last.
No.
But the right one does. You know, there was a great line from one of John's friends who said, John couldn't stand to be bored, and to be with Carolyn was never to be bored. So he was definitely captivated by her. I mean, Rose and I did a lot of research in our book, and we learned a lot about his relationships, but she was definitely in a class by herself. I remember one of John's friends, a guy named John Perry Barlow. He was a Grateful Dead lyricist.
Yeah, I know John. I knew him before he died. Yeah.
Well, John was one of a kind too, and he said, you know, John liked weather, and there were a lot of storms with Carolyn. So there was something about the tempestuousness of that relationship that also attracted him.
Yeah, there's the world famous, you know, argument in Central Park. But I mean, listen. Not to be, but you know, making up is part of the fun in a relationship, if I can say that correctly. But he was, you know, JFK was he was deeply complex of a person.